Yeah, so Rose, she doesn't have as many fights under her belt as Jessica Andrade, but the two matched up against each other, I think about a year ago, with Jessica Andrade coming up on top. But Rose Namajunas has got some really, really big wins. I was just going through her list, and she beat Paige Van Zandt, who's also on this card. Michelle, the karate hottie Watterson, beat her. And beat Johanna Jurchenchik. I can't pronounce that name, but
and good.
Twice.
And who just had a fight of the year? Fight with fucking Wei Li. Yes. Fucking one of the fucking Chinese.
And her the last fight. That was the fight of the year, absolutely. And so Jessica Andrade has been winning a lot more fights, but not against the same level of competition. And she lost against Johanna Jurchenchik, whereas Rose beat her twice.
Did you rewatch the fight?
The Zhang Weili Jessica Andrade fight.
The Rose versus Jessica fight.
I haven't, but I will watch it tonight.
Okay, it is fucking bananas. She looks great versus Jessica. She's quicker, killing her, Rav, killing her, lighting her the fuck up, and Jessica just worked her into the clinch and just fucking came back and slammed her on her fucking head, bro. Buddy, can we drop this fucking blue guy? Tracks?
I'm trying to do, man.
Bro, what's...
Oh, drop the host as well.
Oh, I think we're fucked.
Shit. Oh, man. We could try building at the end, but I don't know. We're going to get there right now.
Well, if we're doing predictions for this fight, I'm going to have to go... It's going to go the same way as it did last time, but I'm going to say that... And I'm going to also say that Jessica Andrade gets a knockout in this one. She gets another knockout, a different way. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just blown away, bro. I'm trying to find words. Can't believe you said this. Holy fuck, Rav.
You think Rose can turn it around?
She's going to smash her. It's going to be a knockout by Rose. Well... It'll be a finish by Rose.
Nice. So we each call him finish, and each one with different ones. All right, let's move on to the next one. And that's going to be Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo, which people initially, when they heard this fight, they were kind of mad that Jose Aldo got to jump the line and go right up to get a title shot when he's lost his last fight. How did you feel about it?
I think it was deserved. Oh my fucking god, weird. We're done.
Yeah, we tried.
Well, with the recency bias, some people forgot about what he did for, I don't know, about 7 or 8 years. He was the most dominant champion in the division and was wiping everyone out, and it wasn't even close. And he looked
aggressively knocking them out, like killing them. He staunched fucking the fuck is Cub Swanson?
Yeah.
Wrecked him. Double knee, like flying double knee. Like broke Cub Swanson's face into smithereens. I thought he Thanos snapped him, bro. Like I thought, like it was crazy. But you know what that was, Rav? I'm pretty sure that was he's from that fucking poor part of Brazil where like he had like half a sandwich to last him 3 days, and he went into a gym and just was angry. And when he got into the ring, he was coming to kill you and take your shoelaces
and grab a sandwich
and take your sandwich, bro.
Well, Jose Aldo has lost his last 2 fights, although his last fight was very, very close against Marlon.
No, he won that. The reason he's getting this is because he won that. Everybody knows he won that.
I had it 2 rounds to 1 for Jose Aldo, but it was very, very close. I could see how you could say 2 rounds to 1.
I don't know how you could say that either, bro. That's crazy. That fight was so Aldo's. It's unbelievable. Like, what exactly is the metric? Like, if you force someone up against a cage or make them run away from you,
yeah,
would you not see that as, like, more of a point? Like,
different judges rate that differently. Some say that, holding the center of the ring and pressing the action, is doing something to win the fight, and some don't count it at all, and it's just about straight scoring, and that's how you could theoretically score it for Marlon Morales. But again, I did see it that way as well, but it wasn't a complete steal. It was still fairly close.
Oh yeah.
But Peter Yan, his last fight against Uriah Faber,
fucking killed.
He looked solid, but Faber did look good for the first 2 rounds. He did have his moments. And you can't say that Uriah Faber is really in the top of the division. So Peter Yan is yet to really face a top-level opponent like Jose Aldo. I would put Jose Aldo above Uriah Faber at this juncture. But we're going to see him fight for the title. And wow, these guys are so lucky to get title shots. Eh? The belt gets vacated, and they get just to come on in, and whoever's available in the UFC pandemic spree of fights to fill their ESPN card, and they just waltz in, and then one of these guys is going to be a world champion.
And then think about this, like, Sterling gets the next shot, just like Sterling just jumps right in there, right? He's just like, oh shit, next fight, boom.
Yes.
People
should be outraged if he does not get the next shot.
He choked that motherfucker. That was impressive.
He was also getting worked a little bit, and he was still able to turn that around and get a choke.
The guy he was going against was a really good striker, right? He just fucking.
It was another top 5 guy. It was a good fight, and who was it? No, it was yeah. I did watch the fight. But anyways, we're gonna. This is a 5-round fight. Peter Yan does not have the experience in 5-round fights, whereas Jose Aldo has a ton of experience, a wealth of experience, maybe the most in the UFC. He could have very close.
Now, just hear me out, okay? I believe if you come from Siberia, okay, you're gonna be made of some fucking stern shit, and your conditioning will be on. That's just what I'm going to say, okay? It's like, I don't know what to tell you. That guy looks fucking scary, bro, when he fights.
Well, he is the betting favorite, so the bettors are predicting he is higher in the rankings, but the 5-round situation is where I think the fight is going to be won or lost. And Jose Aldo's got a lot of experience of that. It's just, can he withstand the power of the younger, stronger Peter Yan? I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think he's going to take it 5 rounds. And he needs to take it 5 rounds.
Finishes?
I think Yan is going to get a finish on Jose Aldo.
Oh.
I will say strikes. He's gonna go by KO.
Do you know how old Jose Aldo is?
Ooh, he's got to be like 34 or so.
I think he's like 32, 33.
Let's take a look. I'll bring it up.
33. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, age 33. It's all right. Yep. So. That is not necessarily old in fighting years, but in the amount of time he's been in the sport and the amount of fights he's been in, that's a long time. Like, he's 28 wins, 6 losses, and he's training in Brazil where they go hard. And he's king of the gym down there. But do you think his experience is going to be able to win this one over and become 2-time champion?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my. Well, this is, to me, this is why this fight is amazing. You have Brazilian half a sandwich, fucking 4 days type of fucking hunger, and then you got on the other side fucking Siberian fucking warrior who doesn't even know what a fucking sandwich looks like because he's pretty much eating snow or something to survive. I don't know, bro. Like, just some fucking wilderness people. I'm fucking serious. This is gonna be a fucking doozy. Fucking
well, for that one, I gave my prediction. I'm going with Peter Yan knockout. What do you say?
Peter Yan, fucking.
What do you think? Decision or
he's
knockout?
Ooh. I think
He's won, I think, 6 fights by knockout,
Finish.
7 fights by decision historically, and he did finish Uriah Faber. But it took him 3 rounds to do it, and Faber was able to get effective strikes.
Peter Yan, I think TKO.
Nice. Okay, so we both call it the same. We're gonna move on.
Yep.
Now the fights that I'm much more interested in here. These 2 fights, which I could, if Jorge Masvidal wasn't in this position here for Gilbert Burns, I could say if it was a Gilbert Burns there, I could say you could easily say you'd rather see Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway as the main card.
Yes.
But now with Jorge Masvidal, this is the fight people have been wanting for at least the last 6 months. The one with all the press, all the back and forth, the negotiation tactics, the walking away, the slotting in the number 5 guy that became number 1 all of a sudden, like jumped up the rankings. Nowhere. Like that was
and
very
they try to sell it too.
Absolutely.
And they try to sell it too.
Yes. So that looked like a ploy. Like what's a wrestling term for that? Like a
heel.
Yeah, not a heel.
No.
A set
They're working
or
an angle. They're working an angle.
Working an angle. Yeah, the UFC was working an angle in that. Thank you, Trex. But now they don't have to. Anyone Jorge Masvidal fights. Anyways, I can't stop talking about this fight. Let's talk about Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, because that's an exciting fight as well. I'm just so excited for both these fights.
Does Max Holloway figure out how to check the leg kick? Because that looked devastating. That whole fight, holy shit. Max Holloway got fucked up. It's that inside, outside fucking high knee fucking leg kick. Just that like fucking...
And it wasn't only that either. He was going strike for strike with Max Holloway, and he was able to put more power on his.
Yeah, but if you look at Max was not flowing like he usually does, right? Like he was completely disabled by that fucking leg kick. Like the way he gets on people, like he did not look like that. Like it was competitive. It was a competitive fight. I just think that leg kick game from Volkanovski allowed his hands to really land the power. Like if he's still quick and running around and fucking being super fucking all about his endurance, then fucking Volkanovski's never gonna land the hands. But because he fucking throws the kicks, fucking slows Max Holloway down, he's able to land the power, which does the damage, which fucks up Holloway even harder. Fucking Volkanovski was really good, man.
Okay, I got a question, and it's loosely revolved around this and around something else, and I can't just shake this, okay? Why does Max Holloway get the rematch and Colby Covington doesn't? And this is pertaining to both of our fights here on the card.
Oh, cause I'm pretty sure Colby Covington slighted Dana White.
That could be a safe bet. It could.
That sucks though when that shit happens.
Because they were both fight of the year type of fights, and they were both close, and you could easily run each of them back. Would you say Max Holloway was a more storied champion than Colby Covington?
Oh yeah. Well, Colby Covington wasn't a champion, right?
There you go. Intern. Big difference.
Which I don't really. Let's be honest. I don't really count that. A lot of times, like, they just throw that fucking title around like crazy.
So he won Holloway. Like his kind of title run is he took the interim from Pettis, then he beat Aldo for the title, defended it in the rematch by knockout both times, right away into Brian Ortega, the number 1 by like the best, the second best fighter in the division, and walks through him through TKO. And then it's been a little bit of back and forth in his last few fights, losing to Dustin Poirier, which anyone can do that we've seen. His record is very storied.
That guy's fucking. And you know what? Dustin used that fucking Khabib fucking leg triangle. I've been fucking saying, why the fuck are people not using this fucking shit? Khabib's throwing this shit out every goddamn fight, just dominating people with it. Motherfucking Poirier's fucking using it now. Used it against Hooker. Look fucking crazy good, man. Crazy good.
Been swinging over to Volkanovski's record. He's only got one loss, and that was early in his career. He's been straight winning, and he has some good fights against strong opponents, and especially his last three. Chad Mendes, knocked out. Jose Aldo, decision. Max Holloway, decision.
240-pound fucking rugby player fights at 145. Super powerful, super athletic. Makes sense, right?
You know what? I'm willing to make a little bit of a once again a little bit of a dark horse prediction, and I'm going to pick Max Holloway over Alexander Volkanovski by decision. I think he's going to study the tapes, and he's going to use his veteran wile and his movement to just try to stick and move and to try to point him and to try to play, like you said before, his flow style. Really unique out of him, fighter out of Hawaii.
Just gets his fucking hands going, and he just gets on you.
But Volkanovski looks so good against Holloway that is definitely a dark horse prediction. A lot of people are picking Alexander Volkanovski to once again win convincingly. So what do you have to say?
Love Max. Love that guy. I think Volkanovski probably wins this. I don't know.
How does he do it?
I could see...
His record has 11 wins knockout, 7 wins by decision, 3 by submission.
Decision.
By decision. Okay, so we're each calling the decision on each end, and I think we're gonna have another classic on our hand here. There's I don't think that can be a boring fight. I don't think it's possible. And now the fight with arguably the second biggest star in the entire UFC.
Probably the biggest one actively right now, eh?
That yeah, you could. There's an argument, at least.
Connor says he's retired, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta. I guess I'll quote Dana White and take a guy at his word and say he's retired, but I believe he's retired 3 times so far. It's either twice or 3 times. It's significant for a fighter his age.
Oh, he's just fucking on the coke. He's coked out of his fucking skull, bro. Fuck him. Like, to be honest, he's just fucking... He's cracked, bro. You see his fucking...
Like that.
I love the fact that, like, I talked with this guy at work, and I said that he has probably the greatest winning speech of all time. Of any combat athlete. Of any athlete, I think. Where he fucking was like... I've been ridiculing everybody in the roster. I've been making fun of people in the back. Like, I want to take this time to apologize from the bottom of my heart to absolutely nobody. The fucking double champ does what the fuck he wants. Right? One of the greatest.
No, that was the greatest. I can't think of a better one.
There's not. I don't think.
I was watching that, as I'm sure you were as well, and the crowd went nuts.
I fucking went nuts.
And he sold it like an actor. It was glorious. Yeah. And he got both belts, and he lived up those minutes that he had those both belts.
Can I tell you the greatest line he said in that speech? The greatest line. It wasn't what you just said to me. Okay? He said, "Look at what the fuck I dreamed into reality."
Yeah.
I just like, damn, this motherfucker is fucking, imagine how hard the coitus was at the McGregor house that night, bro. Like,
you don't think his wife gives him a free pass to go into Las Vegas? And
I'm pretty sure he has a couple. I'm pretty sure he has a couple court dates because of it. Like I'm pretty sure. I don't want to be like out of line here, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's go back to the most active fighter, the most popular active fighter, Jorge Masvidal, who I believe I read he successfully renegotiated his contract before this fight, and that was kind of the condition of him taking it on short notice.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
He's getting pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah.
He's getting that Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
That the Conor McGregor stack.
You know, as a negotiation tactic, people like he's been negotiating for a while. He hasn't fought for a while. I'm gonna take a peek at when his last fight was. Nate Diaz. Okay, so that was fairly recently. It was November 2nd.
Yeah, but think about what the fuck they actually did for him.
7-8 months. Yeah, they did a lot.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Putting the belt on him.
Madison Square Garden.
And they had a belt made just for him.
Yeah, nobody gets that.
And that was the whole fucking... That card was crazy, bro.
You know, they were going to run with whoever did it. It was either Diaz or Masvidal, and Masvidal was able to do it. He's on, like, especially that Ben Askren win. That really elevated him. And this is another equally big step. If he can become the champion here... then he will be near that Conor McGregor level. It's hard to say he could surpass it. It's almost impossible to say it.
Two that I will tell you right now. Okay, that blows my mind. How fucking blows my mind. Two stories. A, he went on a 2-year break before he fought Till. So he's 2-year break, and in that time he went on a game show. And he thought about how he was decisioning people all the time. And he said he walked out into the woods because he didn't have any motherfucking phones or electronics. And he said he just realized he has to baptize people. That's the way that's the way going forward. He has to try to fucking kill people. Not decision them, try to fucking just lay on them. Fucking baptize them. And he comes back. He says that in an interview. He then knocks out Darren Till, which is fucking impressive as fuck.
He was a underdog in that fight.
Yes, and he should be because Darren Till's a fucking crazy good fighter.
Yeah. And
motherfucking what the fuck's Ben Askren, really awesome looking knockout. Yeah. To me, not super indicative of anything. It's just like that was a well-timed knee, caught Ben Askren with his pants down. No, it's a one-off to me, right? No, you don't see that shit all the time. You never see that shit. No. But you can probably give it to him, but not that much. Then he beats Nate Diaz, but he didn't knock Nate Diaz out. It was a fucking cut, right?
Correct, but he was winning the stand-up fight with Nate Diaz, who is a stand-up striker. Handily
fucking ruining him.
So that was impressive. But, considering he lost to Stephen Thompson, who, somewhat similar stand-up striker, but was able to turn that around. And now he's making the money that he wanted, and he's got 13 losses on his record, and Colby Covington likes to point it out continually. But since it's not going to matter. If he gets the title with his following, social media, and the amount of eyeballs on him, the UFC wants this. This. You know how much more money he's going to make for them than Kamaru Usman, who. Okay, we're going to get to talking about him, good. Who is so talented. He is so good, and he's been able to do it standing and using wrestling, which is it just showed how complete of a fighter he is and how.
But he's not just winning with those things. He's decimating people with those things.
Yes.
Out wrestles Tyrone Woodley.
Yes.
Who's explosive.
Yes.
Manhandles him.
Completely.
Throws him batters the fuck out of that guy. Okay, and then what he did to Colby Covington, whose fucking stamina is off the fucking charts.
Yeah. Meteoric.
Fucking rude. Yeah, crazy shit. And Usman just fucking wrecked him, hit him with fucking garbage cans, dumpsters, fucking a fridge. Saw Trex's fucking automobile fly at him, bro. Like, it was fucking crazy.
It was a close fight, and we always like to say, like, the judges had it 2-2 in their so it was whoever's going to win that last round was going to win that fight. So there was controversy there. But his record, like you said, Damian Maia, Rafael dos Santos, back when Rafael was a top-rated fighter. Tyron Woodley, who, it's kind of come out later that he didn't really train as hard for this fight, but it still doesn't take it away. That you were able to take it off a dominant champion and look dominant doing it in wrestling, which is arguably Woodley's game. He does have a well-rounded game. And then Colby Covington in punching, that was crazy. And you saw Colbyton light up a number of top fighters who excel in the stand-up game, and he's able to outstand up then.
Broke his jaw, bro.
I'm not sure if he broke his jaw, but he definitely put the most damage.
I also heard that it didn't happen. So I heard reports that it did break, and then I heard reports that it wasn't officially broken or some shit, or there's like hairline fractures. I don't know. He was fucked up though. Fucked him up, Rav.
Well, the betting that started is Kamaru Usman is being considered a fairly heavy favorite. One of the stories about Jorge Masvidal is he's just taken this fight on a couple weeks notice, 2 weeks notice.
Yes, I've got some good information though. Bo Nickel, Penn State, one of the top wrestlers in the fucking country, has been training with fucking Masvidal and will be in Masvidal's corner in Abu Dhabi. And fucking, according to Dustin Poirier, Masvidal was training as a training partner for Dustin's whole camp and continued on training after the fucking camp to get ready for the fight, and even continued training afterwards when the fight was canceled. So Masvidal is in fucking great shape. Not in fucking... If he loses, that you cannot make the argument. You can't make that argument.
So
6 days, that 6 day argument, if Masvidal loses, doesn't count.
What he's released is what he was working with was that he was doing strength and conditioning, and he was just keeping somewhat active, but he wasn't in a training camp, and he's only in like a 2-week training camp, but he wasn't like out of shape though.
So Dustin Poirier did an interview where he said stuff, and he's under no obligation to lie or do anything. He has no reason to, right? Mm-hmm. Jorge, he has every reason to fucking spread fucking misinformation, to hide shit, to fucking not say the truth.
Yeah.
So Dustin said that fucking he's not he's in great shape, that he was fucking in the training camp with him, that Jorge actually was part of the training camp for Dustin, and that Jorge Masvidal was going equal rounds with Dustin Poirier. And if Dustin Poirier is in a fight camp and Jorge can go with Dustin, and Dustin's fucking conditioning is really good, to me that should symbolize that it's not a fucking thing. That's not an excuse. Plus, what I'm really liking is fucking this Bo Nickel dude. You should look that motherfucker up, Rev. He's like fucking...
This sucks. He ruined the game. Red Hat. This is a hacked version.
So he won the under 23 World Championship and U.S. Open Championship last year.
Mm-hmm.
3-time NCAA champion, 4-time finalist.
Division 1.
Yeah.
Not fucking any just.
That's no joke.
Yeah, this guy, Bo Nickel, is fucking one of the best fucking wrestlers America's ever had. He's 24 right now. Yeah. So yeah.
So that's what Jorge Masvidal's been training with. Okay, that makes
specifically
makes me
in.
sure. Because I've been saying this fight was going to be one-sided, and I didn't want to see this fight for the longest time. But that was for the first little glimmer that I actually want to watch this fight, because if I can see Jorge Masvidal stay on his feet for the first round or two,
yes,
you're gonna really
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and my thing is like, okay, Usman, what people are, they're like, well, maybe Masvidal can like wrestle him, but Usman's a fucking absolute fucking animal. Like, he's super strong. He fucking ruined Tyron Woodley, bro. Tyron
Yeah.
Woodley. He fucking ruined him. He made him look like Tyron didn't do any motherfucking weights at all. And what I'm thinking is, Bo Nickel fights at a fucking heavier weight than 170, where he might not be as strong as Usman physically, but his weight should make up for that and make him feel just as strong as Usman, right?
Yeah.
If he wrestles at a higher weight,
Yeah.
on average, then he should sit at a higher weight, which then he should mean he should have just as much strength as Usman or around there. And fucking, I think if fucking Bo Nickel can get him ready, this might be a stand-up war, which is going to be awesome.
That would be the most entertaining. I don't see it happening. I think Usman's going to be able to successfully take Masvidal down, and any time on the ground is going to be an advantage for Usman. And Usman's striking has looked remarkably good, so he could even just be the straighter, quicker puncher on the inside while moving, with Masvidal needing to land that power. Usman's got a lot of ways to win this fight, and Masvidal really needs to explode and land power punch on Usman. So, what do you call this fight? It sounds like you think. It sounds like you think it's going to be a close fight.
So I think that majority of my logic is pointed towards the fact that Usman's going to push Masvidal up against the cage with aggression. Masvidal will look to fucking counter. Usman will push him fucking into the clinch and dominate him with fucking just brutal Randy Couture level type shit. Probably take him down at will, right? Jorge Masvidal will get up, and Usman will fucking take it the whole distance and win by points. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, though. That's what I think logically is going to happen. The real answer is Jorge's going to knock this motherfucker the fuck out.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
knock him.
What a meteoric take that would be. That would launch him into the stratosphere.
Oh my god. I think he's realized, bro. Like, it's it. You know what is one of his biggest plays is that made him famous, I think? The Leon Edwards thing.
Dude, I watched that live. I couldn't believe what I saw in the back there.
Yeah, I love it. The fact that he did an interview after that, right? He did an interview after the fact, where he then stated that he gave that guy the 3-piece in the soda and then slid out, is also... That's... Conor McGregor and him have that in common. Like, they have those, like, fucking... little fucking retard moments where they just spit pure gold.
It was pure gold, and if people don't remember what it looked like, he walked up to Leon Edwards and two guys that were around him, and he went up to
with his hands behind his back, and
he started talking to him, and so he completely initiated it. He's the one who did 3 incredibly quick punches and then backed right off.
Just hit him quick too, pop, pop, pop.
And then not only that, but then had the foresight and legal wherewithal to say that he felt threatened. And legally, that is a
put his hands up. Where he comes from, if you put your hands up, that automatically makes you assume that you're gonna hit me, and you're not gonna hit me.
Genius. It was genius, and you know that is. It's amazing how like a little bit of, I'll call it theater, is what helps propel a current 35-13 fighter, a journeyman for a long time, but he is not a journeyman anymore, and it's because of little sound bites like that, and the way he finishes fights is launching him.
The one guy you got me listening to a lot, Chael Sonnen, right? Had the best story. In the fucking bar, some guy comes up and flips his fucking chain, and he said nobody flips his chain, so he knocked the one guy out with a clean punch. One punched him, and then his friend said something, and he knocked him clean out. And then everybody got fucking wild. Like, people were jumping around, bodyguards were fucking coming in, fucking bouncers were there, and he like slid out, went to the bathroom, and he was in the bathroom, and he said he was splashing some water on his face, and the door opened, so he turned around and just pop, slapped and just punched another guy out, knocked him to clean out for one punch, because he said he didn't know if the guy was coming in to jump him, so he just knocked his ass the fuck out too. He said 3 knockouts one night.
That's one of the greatest stories I've ever heard. Whether it's true or made up.
Chael Sonnen has literally said this fucking story on his YouTube channel, and he said, he's like, I called Jorge and asked his permission to tell this story.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got permission.
Yeah. Yes, I did see that.
That's hilarious.
I like the Ben Askren one after the fact, where he the reporter's like, there's a lot of people who feel like your punches were not warranted, and he's like, they were extremely warranted. And he goes, but a lot of people saying to think they were after the bell, and like he was already knocked out. He's like, so the ref has to pull me off, and I keep fighting until the ref pulls me off. And if people don't like that, maybe I would suggest that you go back to watching soccer.
Nice.
It's just like, shit. The guy's a fucking comedian. I love it.
Well, in this entertainment era, this has proven to be extremely valuable, especially if you can put together some wins as well and get some real excitement. Well, let's go with the prediction then. What you've seen? Yeah, I've heard 2 predictions out of you. I love it. That's going to be your dark horse of the night. I love it. I can't wait to see it. This is shaping up to be the most exciting card.
What happens if Jorge knocks him out?
I'm going to say Kamaru Usman by decision. He's going to point him, and he's going to out wrestle, and he's going to be able to dominate. And I think he's going to move with his movement. How
wild does Jorge Masvidal's star go if he knocks out Usman? Like, this is a bathrobe. This is a Gucci bathrobe wearing, street Jesus looking, fucking 3-piece and a soda fucking serving piece of fucking. He's an animal.
So, Conor McGregor level, around the level,
yeah.
And just saying that it's quite a lot, because you know what, boxing doesn't have too many of these guys. They've got a couple of heavyweights and maybe Canelo, and that's it.
Can you say it's even more gangster that he took the fight on 6 days, bro? Like he turned the fight down, Rav. The fight down.
Yes.
Because he wasn't getting enough money, and then the UFC's fight falls out, and he's like, "Hold on, I'll save this shit. Come here."
Yeah, him and Colby Covington both put it in, but Jorge got it. The teams must have been negotiating, and they made Jorge full. He said he got almost everything that he wanted, and
which is like the greatest moves I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I also want to state the fact that he's willing to come in.
Yes.
Right? He could have been a little bitch and let it all fall, and a lot of people would, right? For 6 days notice, Rav?
Yeah.
For a title fight?
I don't remember any people on that short notice ever winning a title fight. I can't think of anyone.
Bro, this guy is going to fucking Street Jesus is going to fucking baptize this fucking Nigerian prince.
Well, we're going to be watching, and I can't wait to see it Saturday night.
The African skinnies are going to be fucking, they're going to be fucking carrying his ass to the fucking cemetery.
Well, he's going to be doing some sort of dance around the ring, and he's going to be able to move his shorts in a circular direction.
The worst thing is that if he does that stutter step throw punch that he did against fucking Darren Till and knocked him out with, and just fucking Usman just fucking hits him with the heaviest fucking hand, just puts him to sleep, I would just like, shit. That's a likelihood too, Rav, because Usman's striking is so good. He could just knock Jorge the fuck out.
Usman took some big shots from Colby Covington. Absolutely.
And didn't look that bad, bro.
Colby's not as big of a striker as Jorge, though, but the amount of punches he took, clean shots from, punches that were going to put down other people, that Colby's knocked other people out, Usman was able to take.
Yeah, there's something about Jorge, though, like, if you look at him when he fought before he went for the 2-year hiatus, when he hit people, it wasn't the same, like, you know what I'm talking about? It wasn't killing them, but somehow he leaves, he comes back, and all of a sudden he touches people with his hands, and they're fucking, like, Darren Till's off in the fucking Netherlands with fucking Johnny Depp. Like, just fucking gone, sleeping.
I was wondering how the fuck Johnny Depp ended up in this conversation.
I literally looked at my movie case, and I saw a movie with Johnny Depp's face on it, so
Nice.
that got used.
Very apt.
Yeah.